Hello, welcome to Mind class. Today, all you really need is a mat and yourself, okay? So we're gonna go through flow. We did this routine last week. I've been trying to do like the same routine twice, so we kind of know it and we're kind of getting the same benefits from each routine. And then there's actually a brand new one that just came out that I'd like to introduce probably next week. We're gonna go ahead and begin. We actually start standing in the center of our mat. We're gonna get into a nice deep squat. So we'll start there, okay? If you want, play your own music so you have something flowing and nice in the background. That always makes everything go by just a little bit quicker. So water nearby if you need it. And I did take out my little pads for my knees just in case we come to anything kneeling. So if you do need like a folded up washcloth or something for a knee, we are gonna take a knee and crescent in the beginning here. So just have something nearby that you can tuck right underneath that, okay? So let's go ahead and begin. I'm gonna set my timer. If you hear a beep, it just means my cue to keep moving on. We're gonna track on our watches if you're tracking. Do that now. We've got yoga. That's what I'm gonna put it as, count it as yoga. And then we'll go ahead and start, roll your shoulders down and back, away from your ears. Toes are forward. Maybe take them about hip width to start. And let's just take a few breaths here. So inhale up to your heart center, and exhale out. Like I said, we're starting in a deep squat. So now take your feet out a little bit wider. We're gonna kind of squat down. Keep your chest lifted. We're bending at the knees and sticking our butt out. And if you can, I'm gonna have you come all the way down into almost like a frog, okay? If this is too much, you can stay here, kind of resting the forearms and the inner parts of your thighs. You can come up right here too, okay? So come out of it if you need to, squat back down when you're ready. I like to come down here and kind of shift my body weight. Now my knees can handle this. Your knees can't, don't do this. You know your body, you know what you can and cannot handle, so please adjust as needed today, okay? We've got about 10 seconds left here. Rise up, toes are forward. We're gonna take a big step to the side. You can even turn out your toe either at an angle. Find a place that's comfortable for you. We're gonna get low, 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 kind of heel toe on out, and then take a side bend or a side warrior. Reach it on over. I do have my elbow on my thigh for support. If you wanna reach it all the way down to the ground, you can. Just a hold here if you can hold it. You need to come up out of it and readjust, come back in. Let's switch and do the other side. So kind of windmill over, turn your toes. There we go, and reach. Think about if I was there and I grabbed your fingertips and I could pull them just about an inch further. That's gonna stretch out all the muscles through your side. Couple more seconds here. Come center, breakfast club, heel toe on in, and we're gonna come down to a kneeling position. So a half kneeling, if you want something under your knee, put something under your knee, and we're going to reach forward from our hips. If you'd like to come tall and center, and then lean, and kind of flow, you're welcome to, as we open up our hip flexors here, or you can just hold, it's up to you. Let's go ahead and switch the other knee. Reaching up nice and tall overhead. Got a crazy ponytail today. My hair, I washed it yesterday and it just does not want to agree in a ponytail today. I got like bumps and it's flying all over my head. Ponytails are supposed to be easy. We're gonna push back in just a second here. We got 3 seconds. Into a down dog. So I'm gonna just stay at an angle here. Down dog, hold. Hands are just in front of the shoulders, feet are behind the hips. We've got a nice tall triangle with our body. You're gonna spread your fingertips out wide. Stay there. Just making sure that's none of you texting me. Okay, good. Stay in your down dog. Hopefully everything's working today. And after we do down dog, we've got to do up dog. So go ahead and come to plank. drop down to your knees or your pads of your thighs, and then point your toes. Come into an up dog here. When you're ready, you can lift up your legs all the way so you're balanced on the tops of your feet into a true up dog. This is up dog. Okay, this is more like a cobra when you've laid your thighs down, but if you want to lift them up, work on that. Balance hold here, stretching out your stomach, you're welcome to. And then curl your toes under, push to down dog. We're going to take our right leg forward, twist it open. And if you want to, you can thread through and twist it open again, or you can just hold. I'm going to do a hold today. Come to plank. Let's switch and do our other leg forward. And then we're going to stack our shoulders. Again, thread through if you like. And open, you can flow through this or just hold. I choose to hold for 15 more seconds. This should feel really good today. We did a lot of work yesterday. Man, I woke up sore. This is going to feel good. All right, come all the way down into a child's pose. And then you're going to come forward on your knees, drop your chest, and we're going to lift up cobra, pushing one side higher than the other. I don't care which arm you start with. Okay, and if you want to flow here, or just hold it. You are lopsided. You're making a big twist and opening the one side of your abs, and then come down. Just release for a second here. Hands under your shoulders, and let's lift higher on the other side. And again, flow if you want. So many choices today, hold or flow, you choose. Maybe you hold it so long it burns. Release and then lift back up again. You've got about 8 seconds here. All right, lower yourself down, curl your toes under, push to down dog, walk your hands in. Pull your feet in towards your hands to your feet. We're in standing mountain now. Roll your shoulders down and back. We're going to breathe flow for 1 whole minute. So let's go ahead and inhale up and exhale. Inhale up and exhale. I like to think about it as I'm inhaling and reaching to the ceiling. I'm getting longer through my limbs and stretching my hands out to the side then and really working on loosening up my shoulders, opening up my chest. So get long with your arms as you breathe. If you'd like to add on a little bit more here, you're welcome to add a little bend in your knees, dive down, roll up. Okay, let's add a little bit more on if you want to, otherwise just stay right in breathing. The fold and the roll up are optional. I'm going back to just breathing. You do what you need to do for 5 more seconds. And let's take a big step to the side, this big side warrior, and let's circle our arm through, lower our chest, and then open it up again. So we're circling through the shoulder blade, our upper back, a little bit through your oblique here too. We're circling, okay? Now we're flowing and moving a little bit more. Less holds unless you really want to, and then switch to the other direction. Let's strum the guitar, open, strum the guitar, open. Feels so good on my shoulder blades and all the muscles around my shoulder joint. I woke up with really tight traps, and I think I know what happened, but I'm not quite sure. It might have been all the plank work yesterday. I don't know, all that crawling in and out. How are you feeling today? Maybe you're experiencing that too. All right, heel toe on in. We're gonna come with our right leg forward, lifting up overhead. Little pulses. High lunge, just little dips, okay? Try to balance your weight between your front and your back foot. Heels up in the back. Follow the foot's down in the back. Pushing in your front heel. I'm actually pushing into, let's switch legs, my big toe in the front as well, okay? So let's utilize our big toe today, shall we? Our big toe gets neglected a lot. I find that when I'm walking, if I just let my big toe do some work, it helps my hips. It helps my stride. When you start exercising and going through flows like this and you find your imbalances, you start thinking a little bit more about all of the work that you're doing. All right, let's inhale up, dive down, half lift, take yourself out to a down dog. We're gonna flow from a down dog to a plank to an up dog. Roll your toes under, down dog, to a plank, to an up dog. Do this at your own pace. If you prefer to hold down dog a little bit longer, hold down dog. If you want to do more of a cobra than an up dog, do a cobra, okay? Flowing through our spine, working our core, keeping it tight. Shoulders out of your ears is the hardest part. Maybe it's the hardest part. All right, let's take our right leg forward into a twist. And let's add the thread through and twist open, okay? Thread through, hello, 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 and then open. Stack your shoulders, squeeze your shoulder blades together in the back as you stack your arm into a T position. Open and close. 5 more seconds here, and let's switch legs. So step to plank, other leg comes forward. If you need to take a knee here, take a knee. You would just drop your back knee, okay? I'm starting to get really warm. I think I'm glistening with sweat. We're gonna go through all of this again. More of a flow, one after the other, okay? We've got cobra next. So go ahead and come to a child's pose. Take a nice deep breath. And then drop down into a cobra pose. All the way down. And let's shift and have one side higher than the other. Lower, lift, lower. Now let's do the other side. Lift, lower, lift, back to the first side. Let's do 2 by 2 here. So 2 right and 2 left. Hands under the shoulders. I need to adjust mine. I was a little far back. So do that. Adjust your hands as needed. If you prefer just to come up center, that's fine. We are trying to work side by side in this one, because how often do we do like a lopsided cobra? Not too often. We usually come center. All right, let's curl our toes under. Push back to down dog. Walk your hands to your feet or your feet to your hands. I'm just going to pause here for just a few. Feels good. And walk it on in. Roll it on up. We're going to flow through everything we just did. So roll your shoulders down and back in mountain. And let's inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale and take a big step out to the side, your big warrior, sweep through, let's go 4 big circles. And I said big, make them big. Breathe. At 4, let's go 1 more. I was like counting, but also slow. I don't know what I was doing in my head. All right, 4. I was enjoying the movement last one here. That's what I was doing. All right, and then let's go ahead and heel toe on in. 1 leg forward, 1 leg back, reach up. Little pulses if you want to move with your arms, you're welcome to, or just hold them up. And then let's go ahead and step in and switch. Arms up. Shoulders out of out your ears. Try to keep them down. And then release. Let's inhale up. Forward fold. Let's go half lift. Now step to a down dog. Stay in your down dog. Come to plank. Up dog. Or cobra. Shoulders out of your ears. Roll your toes under. Pull your tailbone up. Down dog. Back to plank. Up dog. Or cobra. Try to get your shoulders down. So hard. Roll your toes under. Down dog. Back to plank. Up dog. One more time, down dog. One more time to plank. And you're up dog. All right, come back to plank. Take our right leg forward, twist it open. Let's reach through. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand comes down, switch legs to the other side. Got 4, 3, 2. Last one. Got back to child's. Come forward, lower down. Let's lift cobra. One side, lower, and then the other. I like it when we rock back and forth on this one. Feels good. Got about 10 more seconds here. I think about squeezing your glutes and lifting, using some lower back muscles, not just your shoulders and your arms here. Stay center. That's a workout. Push to down dog. Walk your hands to your feet or your feet to your hands and roll it on up. Okay, here we go with some more balance poses next. So we're going to start in a chair. Lift your heels up. Stay here. If you'd like, take your arms up to the side or overhead. Okay, while staying on your tiptoes. You do it. Push your big toe into the ground. I need to work on that one. All 4 of my other toes want to do the work. I gotta put my big toe to work here. It's the biggest after all. All right, come center. We're gonna take a star to the left. We're just gonna balance pose, nothing else. Squeeze your glutes, activate your core, push your big toe into the ground, grip the mat with your foot and your toes, and let's point this lifted leg. Let's reach through our fingertips. All right. Knee, leg forward, standing back. Okay, here we go. I was like, what's next? We're gonna hold our leg up, flat flex foot, and just balance. Knee, leg, forward. That makes sense, right? One leg's forward with a bent knee. Stand with both hands under thigh. That's my notes. All right, we're going. Stay on this leg. Aeroplane. So remember, aeroplane is your warrior 3, arms out to the side. So I'm going to challenge you as you get into this pose. Can you take your chest a little further forward, squeeze your shoulder blades together in the back, reach your fingertips long, point your toe. Try to keep your hips, there we go, facing the ground. Mine was turned out just a little bit. From here, hands come to the ground, 3-point balance, or a standing split. So if you can, try to take your chest closer to your knee. Oh, remember, this is the one I'm going to work on. What about you? It's a standing split. Good luck to us. 3-point balance or chest to your knee. We got 5 more seconds here. What it does is it really stretches out my hamstrings and tells me how tight I am. Foot comes down, come back to your chair squat. So let all the blood go back to your brain or out of your brain. Squat down, lift your heels. We've got a tip-toe squat. That's what this is. You're on your tiptoes and you're in a squat. Fan out your toes. Push your big toe into the ground. You want raise your arms up overhead, lift your chest, elbow and back. Let's go star other direction. So turn out just a little bit. Remember, you can keep your toe here. Start lifting, start reaching. Glute squeezing, core tight. Glute squeezing, point your toe. Open your chest, reach your fingertips. Star! You're a star. Way to go. Wobble is good. It means your muscles are working to balance you. Standing center, tall, shoulders stacked over your hips, over your knee, over your ankle. Chest lifted, roll the shoulders back. So I was probably like this in the last time. A little taller posture, roll it back. Flatten out, flex your front foot. Balance on your standing foot by spreading your toes out and digging every piece of your foot into the ground. All right, this leg's gonna come back. We have our aeroplane. Reminds me of the Red Hot Chili Pepper song. Hip to the ground, chest to the ground, shoulder blades pulled together in the back, fingertips reaching long. Point your back toe, squeeze your glute. Standing foot, all of your weight across your entire foot. Use your whole foot on this. All right, hands come to the ground, 3-point. Take your chest to your knee. And get a big, deep, deep, deep stretch. Point your back toe. Oh, can you lift your leg in the back a little higher? Oh, I was trying to really dive down there. Will I ever get there? We'll see. All right, lower that foot. That's up, roll it to the top. Inhale, hold your arms up high. Come up to your toes. Put your feet just about underneath your hips. Chin to the ceiling, arch back slightly. Stay on your toes. This is what we call angel. If you need to be a ballerina, go around a bit, find your balance. All right, feet and legs don't change. We're just gonna fold at the hips. Let your chest come flat to the ground. Flat back. Ooh, diver. Heels are lifted if you can. Like I said, you've got to utilize your big toe. Ooh, balance yourself from front to back and left to right. Holy cow. Rise on up. Okay, so that's one of those, like, if you're top heavy, you might be a little bit more challenged, and that's okay. So we're going to work on that. That was cool. Okay, we are coming down to the ground next. So you can get a nice big inhale, dive down, half lift, and let's come down into a 90-90. So bend both legs. It doesn't matter which one's forward. Just we're going to do one side first, fold it on forward, and then we'll do the other side. 90-90 here. Take your front hand behind you. Lift your hips like they're being pulled by a string to the ceiling. Tuck your tailbone under, tuck your butt under, and you can arch back with your hand. Remember, you can flip your grip or flip your palm. You're going to feel it different each way you hold your palm. Do what works for you, what you like. Really tuck your butt under, okay? Really lift your hip. Get your hip flexor opened up. All right, your back leg is going to swing forward. You have a nice long hamstring stretch. If your bent leg is too much, bend it some or even all the way. Sometimes the bent leg prevents us from reaching through our hamstring. Maybe we have a really tight hip. Hurts, so adjust. This is our nice long hold here, and then we're going to do everything on the other side, okay? We got 5 more seconds. deep breath, and let's switch 90-90 other direction. Oh my goodness. Enjoy the stretch. Oh, I need this. Anybody else like either oohing and eyeing or groaning a little bit? That like, oh, ah, oh. In a good way. It's a good thing. A little bit of soreness is always a nice sign. Front arm comes behind you, a nice sign of hard work from the day before. All right, let's go ahead and tuck the tailbone, tuck your cheeks, and lift your hips to the ceiling. Flip your palm up if you'd like. Otherwise, just keep it facing the ground. Think about a string pulling your hip up to the ceiling. So like this hip right here is getting pulled upwards. Drop your butt down and take this back leg forward, hamstring stretch on this side. Whew. So you're just reaching as far forward as you can. If you make it to your calf or your ankle or your toes, you just go to your depth. We're all very different in flexibility when it comes to hamstrings. And maybe set a goal for yourself. And maybe that goal means that you have to sit and stretch a little bit more during the day or at night. We're going to swing this leg back around and we're going to come into a child's pose, and we're just going to hold child's pose. That's it. Okay? For 30 seconds, we get to just sit and breathe. So knees out wide, you can put your toes together or just put your toes straight back. Walk your hands forward as you take your bottom towards your heels and lower your forehead to the ground. Let yourself just settle here and breathe. Nice deep breaths. Stretch your fingertips forward, reach, reach, reach. Come up to all fours, curl your toes under, down dog. The shoulders are as wide, hands are as wide as your shoulders, feet are as wide as your hips. Spread your fingertips out wide, push the pads of each finger and your palm into the ground. Eye gaze is beyond your fingertips, chin is above your heart. Your heels are reaching towards the ground, but they're still hovering. So you are mostly on the balls of your feet. And then let's walk our feet in closer, but keep them wide. So I want you to take a nice wide straddle fold. Here, flat back, chin up higher. So eye gaze goes out further. You can take your fingertips to the mat. You can take your palms to the mat. You can come out wider if you need to get yourself there. You want to do a little bit of a hang if you have really strong legs where you're not going to pull on your back. You can hang. This is the last stretch of our class today. I hope you enjoyed the flow. I know I feel pretty amazing myself. This was a really, really good. Roll it on up. Really, really good flow and stretch today. That felt fantastic. I hope you enjoyed it too. Take a nice big inhale. Hands to your heart center. Thank you for joining me or catching the replay. And tomorrow, we have a lifting class. Tomorrow, it's a lifting class that I designed. I came up with the combinations and what we're going to be doing. So I'm excited about it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves in set 1 that we'll put on repeat 3 times. And then I have 5 floor moves in set 2 that we'll put on repeat 5 times. Or 3 times, 3 times, 3 times, okay? So it'll be about a 35-minute class. With the warm-up and cool-down, it might be a little bit longer, but I'm going to try to be timely, and we're just going to go. I do have to explain moves to you, but warm-up will be quick. It's only going to be like a 3-minute warm-up, and actually maybe we'll go through the moves, no weights, kind of as part of the warm-up too. So I will see you back for that. That is weightlifting, so you will need dumbbells for that and a mat. I will see you here, so have a good day. Thanks for joining me. Bye, guys.